Wow, it's already week 4. But praise God for that. I'm still here and I'm still doing this. Hi, my name is Yvonne. I'm a fiber artist and I'm based in Edmonton at the moment. So, welcome to my channel. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for following my journey. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it. So, I am on week 4 of the artist way, and it's been an interesting week for me, I must say. So the theme for week 4 was recovering a sense of integrity. I literally just googled the meaning of integrity a few minutes ago, and integrity is being honest and having strong moral principles. Did I do this week? Mostly yes. Being honest, yes, I was extremely honest with myself. And I was honest with myself in the sense that I thrive in simple life. I thrive in just letting things flow. I thrive in letting God take control, should I say. Yes, and I realized that this week. And the funniest thing is when I let go of control, I don't want to say I'm controlling, but I like to be in control. But when I let go of that, like so many things started happening. And I feel like week 3 kind of flowed into week 4 for me personally. There was a lot of synchronicity happening this week that, wow, was so mind blowing. First of all, I got myself a new embroidery machine. I'm so excited for that. She's called Elle, my baby. I haven't yet unpacked her, and I will talk about that shortly because I found a quote from week 3 that kind of made some sense to me, the reason why I haven't taken her out of the box. So I'm first going to talk about my synchronicities of this week. Wow. Like, when you actually pay attention to these things, you actually see them, and when you let them happen, your life flows so beautifully. So I'm planning on changing my career into like something else, and then I'm supposed to like do a course. I talked to someone who's doing that career that I want to do, and they told me that I need to do this course and whatnot. So like I was planning to do the course over the weekend. It's a bit pricey, it's out of my price range, and I had decided to, do it, suck it up and do it. And that very day, imagine I went into work and my team lead was like, hey, so we're offering this course and blah blah blah, do you want to sign up for it? Can you imagine? And here I was thinking that I'm going to be spending money to do this course, and yet at work I am going to be paid to do the course. What are the odds, guys? Synchronicity. Another thing that happened. So when I went to buy my beautiful Elle, it so happened that in that store they teach classes like sewing classes and whatnot, embroidery classes. And so I just asked, like, so are you guys looking for any instructors to, help with teaching or whatever? So the lady's like, yeah, we're actually looking for some sewing instructors, but specifically upcycling. And guess what? It's right down my alley because I love upcycling. I am so into upcycling. I originally went to fashion school, but I don't really do fashion design per se because I know how toxic it is right now with the over consumption and what it's doing to the environment, the all the wasteful clothes in the landfill. So I resolved to upcycling clothes or not making clothes at all. That's why I went into hand embroidery, because like you can switch up your clothes with just doing embroidery on them. And then these guys are looking for someone who can do upcycling classes, which is right down my alley. What are the odds? So the lady was like, just come up with your program and then bring it in. And, wow, how exciting is that? And then another thing, if you've been following my journey, I check if it's still recording. If you've been following my journey, I have been looking for a church to go to. Yeah. I didn't go to this church here that's close to my place, that the Orthodox church that prays from 6 a.m. to 11. I don't think I can do that. I would be lying to myself, to be honest. So I've been selling. I have a bunch of mannequins that I procured, and I've been selling them. And before I was even selling them, they were sitting in my place for like quite some time, because I put up a Facebook ad and then it was taken down because apparently nudity and whatnot. Like, seriously, these are mannequins. And anyway, it was taken down. So I was kind of discouraged. And for the longest time, I just pushed it off. But then this week, I was like, yeah, let me just post these mannequins because they're just taking up space in my house and I want them gone. So I posted, and then I got people, like shortly after the next day, I got people buying these things. And then the two people that actually came to buy this stuff, some people were interested, but then some of them were trying to like give me very, very low prices. And then others, someone literally asked me for, because like I posted that picture on Facebook. Story time. I posted that picture on Facebook, and then like I put smiley faces on their genitals. And this person boldly tells me to send them pictures of the genitals of the mannequins. And I'm like, you're mad. Doesn't make sense. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So the people that I actually sold the mannequins to, imagine both of them invited me to their churches. Like, what are the odds? And then one of them is actually coming to pick me up on Sunday to go to their church. How interesting is that? Like, me God. So another thing that happened, another synchronistic thing that happened in my life. So I go grocery shopping on Sunday. So anyway, I don't know where I was cut off, but my video cut off. So anyway, I went grocery shopping on Sunday, and then it so happened that there's this thrift store that's next to the grocery store. It's called Value Village. And I was like, let me go get a table for my new baby. My new baby is called Elle. And she needs like a table for her, because I don't want to put her with my old baby Dora, because I don't want them to fight. Anyway, so I go inside Value Village. I didn't find the table, but then something pushed me to go to the book section. So I go into the book section and I find this book. So I'm working on a project, and one of the reasons why I decided to do this artist way with Sheila is in order for me to bring out my creativity. Yeah. And guess what? In Value Village, I found this book that is actually going to help me with my project. Literally, it has all, okay, not all the tools, but it has like 80% of what I need for this project. And like, gosh, what are the freaking odds? And then Sunday, I got to this event that I was invited to. And it so happens that I also find someone who's looking for a seamstress to make them outfits. Guys, like, these things are just happening, and I am letting them happen. I am accepting them. I don't know if these things were happening and I wasn't seeing them, but I'm actually seeing them, and it's such a beautiful feeling. Honestly, it is such a beautiful feeling. Anyway, enough about that. Let me go into the tasks for the week. So we had a few exercises and some tasks. I'm gonna go through the exercises first, and then I will do the tasks. So the one task I enjoyed was, it was an exercise actually. It was called Buried Dreams. So this was an exercise where you basically had to like list stuff without even thinking, like just answer these things without even thinking. So let's start. List 5 hobbies that sound fun. I listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I listed 8 hobbies. scuba diving, paintball shooting. I don't know what it's called, gun, whatever. But like, you know that thing where like you're shooting yourselves with paint and they're like guns. Um, rock climbing. I love rock climbing. And guess what? I found a gym where I can actually go rock climbing. I'm definitely going to join you. Join you. Where did I say that? I'm definitely going to join it. I'm going to sign up and see probably for like a month and see how that goes. Dancing. I don't even know why I wrote dancing. I love dancing. Axe throwing. I love axe throwing, jet skiing, and then also actual skiing. I'm not going to go into detail in that because it's kind of self-explanatory. I guess I love adrenaline because most of these things are freaking adrenaline rushes. So list five classes that sound fun. Dancing classes were the first one on my list. I love dancing. Painting classes. Um, Poetry classes, that sounds fun. Singing classes. I used to sing in another life. I used to sing. It was one song, everyone calm down. Bungee jumping. I don't know if you need a class for that. But yeah, I'd love to do like a bungee jumping class. Cooking. I love cooking. I love to explore new things. And now that I am recently on a new diet, that's my alkaline vegan diet, I really love exploring like new different recipes and whatnot. It's really restricting, so I want to learn new things and I know that would be exciting. Another class I wrote down was axe throwing. I love adventure, guys. I'm not a violent. Am I a violent person? No, I'm not a violent person, but I love controlled violence, you know. Then five things you personally would never do that sound fun. This one I struggled with it because if it sounds fun, I'm not going to lie to you, I will do it. Might. I will do it. But anyway, I wrote down uh three things. The first thing I wrote down was hunting. Hunting sounds fun, but I don't know if I would actually be okay with like actually shooting an animal and then yeah, it sounds fun, like actually going out shooting and hunting, but would I actually do it? I don't know. I have a lot of emotional attachment to things. Another thing is driving on frozen ice, like a frozen lake. I it's gonna sound wacky, but like I used to watch this is it called dangerous driving, something like that, where these guys would like drive long distances on frozen lakes and whatnot. And I don't know why it was so intriguing for me to like see them driving and then the thought of them falling in excites me. That's so twisted. The thought of me falling in the ice as I'm driving excites me, and then having to like swim through and escape. And you're like let me say I fall in, and then I have to like fight through the frozen ice and like dig myself out. I don't know why that excites me. That's wild. Actual mountain climbing. I love rock climbing. But rock climbing is safe because you know, like you have the wires and whatnot. I mean, even mountain climbing, you have like the wires. But it sounds fun, although I don't think I would do it because believe I am a clumsy person and I don't want to die. No, no, please. Five skills that would be fun to have. I wrote down one, two, three. Yeah, I wrote down five. Computer skills. I would love to have computer skills because I feel like that is where we are headed, and it would be awesome to have computer skills, and I have to work on that. Drawing better. I want to be a better drawer. I feel like my drawing skills are not so good. They are so basic, and I would love to improve on my drawing skills. Thread painting. I also want to improve on my thread painting skills. Ah, math. Unless I'm counting money. My math skills are down the gutter, and I blame that on the way that I was taught math. I was taught math in a way that actually made me scared of math as opposed to loving it and enjoying it. And I blame my teachers. Seriously, I do blame my teachers. Mr. Ziwa, you didn't help. I hope you're doing better if you're still alive, man. You didn't teach us well. You taught us to be afraid of math. So, Mr. Ziwa, do better. Swimming skills. Swimming skills. Yeah, I would really love to have better swimming skills. I mean, I kind of know how to swim, but then if I was to be dropped in a lake, I wouldn't be able to swim. I'd probably sink. Yeah, so I'd love to have swimming skills. Uh, 5 things that you used to enjoy doing. Yeah, singing and dancing. I still do them. I noticed that I'm singing and dancing a lot more, so I don't even know if that's like used to. I think I mistook. Yeah, anyway, I wrote down singing, meeting new interesting people. I love meeting new people. I love knowing about people's lives. I love meeting interesting people. And even if you're boring, I don't know. I love meeting new people. Cooking healthy meals. I love doing that. Rock climbing and hiking. And then the last thing I wrote down was cuddling with my boo. About which one? I don't have a boo right now. So speaking of cuddling, another synchronizing thing that happened. I should have brought Kiwi with me. But anyway, so I love cuddling. I'm sure you know it by now. This is week 4 and I've been talking about cuddling. I love cuddling, and I found this cute little cuddle water bottle that's like a bear and a water bottle at the same time. I found it on Marketplace, and I messaged the seller, and within a few minutes the thing was taken. I was really upset. And then my Value Village story. I got to Value Village unexpectedly. I got to Value Village, and the first thing that I see is this cute little cuddly hot water bottle that I immediately bought. It was like, here I am. I know you are looking for me, and here I am. And I bought it, and I named him Kiwi. So yes, Kiwi is my new boo, my new cuddle buddy. Yeah, so now 5 silly things I would like to try once. Skinny dipping. I want to go skinny dipping. Seriously, want to go skinny dipping, but I'm so afraid of going into the water and something happens to me. Like, hey? Then I'm back on shore and I'm butt naked. Like, what's up? Anywho, but I'll still go skinny dipping. Another thing is going to a nudist community. Truth be told, I do not enjoy getting dressed up. By getting dressed up is, I love being naked. That's the thing. If I had my own place, I'd be walking around naked all the time. But then I have housemates and they're both men, and I don't want to scandalize them. I don't want to scandalize them for free. And they're Muslim. And they were fasting. I don't want to be that person. Another thing I want to do is crowd surfing. You know that thing where you're like at a concert, or like there's like a bunch of people and like fall in the crowd and they like take you around. I really want to do that. I don't know how safe it is, but I would love to do that. I've seen it happen, and I pray someday I do it. That sounds fun. And another thing is flying a plane. Another silly thing is flying a plane or jumping out of it. I definitely have to do this. By hook or crook, I have to jump out of a plane and I have to fly a plane. Yeah. Another thing is swimming with sharks. I want to swim with sharks. I don't know how to swim, but I want to like hold onto a shark and swim with it. I know it's usually dolphins, but guys, I love adrenaline. I want to be in that position where I'm swimming with a shark, and any minute it can bite me, it can eat me up, but then it's not eating me up, and we're there and we are vibing together. Like, you're respecting my space, I'm respecting your space, and we're not eating each other. We are swimming together, even if you can easily eat me up. But I want to swim with sharks. Yes, that is me in a nutshell. So let me go to the tasks. My ideal environment. Did I even write that down? I don't know. I don't even remember. Things just merge together. But anyway, My ideal environment. My ideal environment. Let me not even look into my book. I know my ideal environment is. I've just been talking about adrenaline, but my ideal environment is a place that has water. I love the sound of water. I love peace, tranquility, birds, good people. That's my ideal environment. Like being in nature. And yes, then it says draw it or place it near your working area. My working area, what I do is I work right in front of my huge window, and in front of my huge window is a bunch of trees. So I just draw my curtains, and that's how I decided to. Instead of drawing it, I'm going to be staring at it every single time. Yeah. Time travel and describe yourself at 80. What would you do? Write yourself a letter. I wrote myself a letter, and I'm not going to read it out because I wrote it in my journal. I will read it in, I think the book said that we can read through our journal in week 8. Right now it's wow. Right now it's week 4. How time travels. Speaking of time travel, um, yes, where is my brain? Come back. 80-year-old self, then also your 8-year-old self. I did that. I wrote myself a cute letter, and my God, it brought back so many emotions. Like my 8-year-old self, I'd like to give her a hug because yeah, she went through some traumatizing shit, and I don't know if I'll ever talk about it here, but I did talk about it. I did talk about it somewhere. Anyway, look at your house, and then is there a room that you could make into a secret private space for yourself? Not really. My secret private space is probably my room. My room is like my sanctuary and my little cocoon. So I couldn't do that because I have a shared space, and I don't have any extra rooms in my house. Then use your life pie. That's from week 1. Remember, like the one that came out looking like a tarantula. Yes. What has changed? What has changed in my week 1? Here I have to go back. What has changed in my week 1? My romance is still the same. My spirituality has improved. My exercise has improved, so the tarantula has increased there. My play has also improved. My work has improved. Speaking of work, last week we talked about, there was that part that stood out to me of not finishing projects. You start a project and you don't finish the project, and I finished some of the projects, like this bag that I was working on. Finally, I finished it, and I am proud of myself. Now I just have to deliver it to the person. And then the other thing that I was working on is my embroidery. Remember this? Yes. I am basically done with it. I just have to braid the hair, and then she's finished. So yes, I'm proud of myself for having finished at least 2 of my projects that I had put off for a long time. And yes, so with friends, my friend circle has increased a little bit. I have gone out there. I made a new friend in Calgary. I'm very intentional with my friendship these days. So she became my friend. I asked her if she wanted to be my friend, and she said yes. So I do have a new friend. Yeah, adventure. We are getting there. Still the same. So it says be careful not to expect too much, and I'm not expecting too much. Like I said, I am just going with the flow. Then the next thing is write down your artist prayer. I kind of used the artist prayer that's in the book, yeah, and I mainly pointed out the parts that spoke to me. I'm going to read my prayer that has been for this past week. That's week 4. I ask you to unfold my life according to your plan and not my lost self-worth. Help me believe that this is not too late and that I am not too small or too flawed to be healed. Help me to create as an act of worship to you. Let thy will be done. I have been saying this prayer for the entire week. My stuff dropped. For the entire week, and this prayer has resonated to me. And the line that has resonated to me, whatever you understand, is let thy will be done. I have allowed God to just take over my life, and all these things are unfolding, and it's a beautiful feeling, it's a scary feeling, and I hope I'm just not psyching myself up. I hope, yeah, I really hope I'm not psyching myself up. But it feels good. It feels good. I feel happier. I feel more relaxed. I'm reading from a book. That's why I'm this side. So the next one was an extended date. Plan a small vacation for yourself. My extended date was actually in my home. I planned everything. It was such a beautiful day. I had such a beautiful day. I woke up, I had a facial, I did my hair. It was a midday. I danced, I worked out. I wish I could give myself like a massage. I would have, but I didn't. Maybe I will do it this week. I'm not sure, but I had such a beautiful day. And then I even took myself out shopping. Like, girl, I did the most. And little baby Yvonne is very happy. Yes, she was happy. Still is. Next is open your closet and throw out some stuff. I didn't throw out anything because I don't know, I have this problem of getting attached to things so much, but I'm definitely going to try my best to throw out stuff. I didn't throw out anything because I won't even lie. Another thing is look at one situation in your life that you feel you should change but haven't. It's my trust. Why am I spitting? It's my trust. That's a situation. I trust too quickly. And that's something I need to change. And it's not helping me. I trust too quickly. I love too quickly. And yeah, it's hurting me. It's not paying off. It's just hurting me. I need to change. I need help. I need help. I need to work on this. Yeah, I really need to work on this. It's not paying. It's not. It's actually making me stuck. Because I'm doing things that are just hurting me. And I'm not putting myself first. Yeah, that needs to change. Even that needs to change. Yes, another thing we had to do was not read. Which was quite easy for me because I'm not really a reader. But for some reason, why was I pushed to go and get a book? That kind of makes it kind of makes me think that I tend to do the opposite things of what I'm supposed to be doing, like breaking rules. I'm not that type of person who really enjoys following rules and whatnot. So maybe that's why I even went out to buy a book, because this week we were told not to read. So I was like, let me go buy a book. Silly girl. Anywho, I'm not silly, I'm joking. Anyway, so let's do the weekly check-ins. Yeah. How many days this week did you do your morning pages? I did my morning pages every single day. I'm still doing them. Like, I literally wake up and it's the first thing I do. I want to write down everything. I want to write down my dreams. And I noticed one thing with my morning pages. I'm writing letters to God subconsciously. I don't even know. Like, I just start talking to him. And I guess that's I don't know if he's responding. Maybe he actually is responding. What am I saying? With all these things that are happening to me. Yvonne, get your head back in the game. Did you do your artist date? Yes, I did my artist date. It was amazing. So my phone decided to stop recording. But anyway, we're coming to the end. The next check-in was, did you experience any synchronicity this week? I did. I already mentioned that. Were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? Describe them. I don't want to call it an issue. I feel like it's a realization that I'm working on. So it's from a quote that I got in this book. I think it was week 3. It says, "We say we are scared of failure, but what frightens us more is the possibility of success." This is in relation to me getting Elle, right? Elle is still in her box. I haven't yet opened her, and I feel like once I start, it's going to be overwhelmingly successful, and that's why I'm afraid to start. And yet the funniest thing is I give people advice to do it afraid and whatnot, and I don't even take my own advice. But with that being said, by the end of this week, by the end of this week, she has to be up and running. And yes, she has to have her table wherever she will be. She has to be up and running. I have to do this afraid. So yeah, my closing quote for you guys and myself, future Yvonne, is, I had to check if it was still recording. If you want to work on your art, work on your life. Okay? In order to have self-expression, we must have a self to express. Think about it. If you don't have a self, if you don't have a self, how are you going to have self-expression? Right? I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Think about it. Yeah, think about it. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for sticking around. Thank you. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the shares. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for sticking around. And please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and yeah, give me feedback. I accept it. Anyway, see you next week, and bye for now.